My child, come away from the noise for just a moment. Come away from the voices that have told you who you are, what you deserve, how far you can go. Come away from the weight you've been carrying, the weight that has nothing to do with what I created you to bear. I need you to hear something, not with your ears only, but with that deep place inside you that still knows my voice, the place that has been waiting, the place that has not given up, even when your mind tried to convince you there was nothing left to wait for. You have been asking me why. Why this road? Why these losses? Why the silence when you needed an answer? Why the closed doors when you were sure you heard me say go? Why the people who walked away? Why the ones who stayed but hurt you worse than those who left? Why your prayers felt like they hit the ceiling and scattered into nothing? I have heard every question, not as rebellion, as reaching. You were not pushing me away. You were trying to find me in the dark. And here is the truth I need you to receive right now, in this moment. Even this thing you are living through, the thing you would undo if you could, the chapter you want to rip out and rewrite, even this is part of the plan. Not the plan you would have written, not the plan your fear predicted, not the plan your enemies assumed would break you, but my plan, the one I crafted before you drew your first breath, the one that has held you when you could not feel my hands, the one that is moving even now while you sit here wondering if you have been forgotten. You have not been forgotten. You have been misunderstood, yes, by people who cannot see what I am building. You have been underestimated, yes, by those who measure worth by what they can see with natural eyes. You have been delayed, yes, but delay is not denial, my beloved. Delay is preparation wearing a disguise you did not recognize. Think back. Think back to the nights you cried until your body gave out, not because you were weak, but because you were strong for too long. Think back to the mornings you woke up and felt the weight return before your feet touched the floor. Think back to the moments you smiled in front of people who had no idea you were crumbling inside. I was there. I was there in the tears you thought no one saw. I collected every single one. I was there in the silence of your room when you whispered, "I can't do this anymore." I held you when you could not hold yourself. I did not intervene the way you wanted, because I was intervening in ways you could not yet understand. You have been asking me to change your circumstances. I have been using your circumstances to change you. There is a strength forming in you that cannot be borrowed, cannot be taught, cannot be faked. It comes only from the fire, only from the waiting, only from the nights when you chose to trust, even when trust felt foolish. That strength is not for nothing. It is not for survival only. It is for what is coming, for the weight of glory that requires a vessel who has been tested and found faithful. Do you remember the potter? How he does not rush the clay? How he applies pressure at the exact points where the vessel needs to be shaped? If the clay could feel, it would cry out in the spinning. It would beg for stillness, but the potter knows that stillness means the vessel remains unfinished, unfit for its purpose. You have been spinning. You have felt the pressure of hands you could not see, and you have begged for stillness. But I am the potter, and I have not taken my hands off you. Not for 1 second. Not when you felt abandoned. Not when you felt crushed. Not when you thought you would break. My hands have been the only thing holding you together. So tonight, or whatever moment this finds you in, I want you to stop measuring your life by what is missing. Stop measuring by who left. Stop measuring by how long it has been. Start measuring by what I am doing in you, not to you. The pain you carry, it has a purpose. The loneliness you feel, it is making space. The confusion that clouds your mind, it is teaching you to trust beyond what you can see. I am not distant. I am not silent the way you think. I have been speaking in ways your pain has made it hard to hear. But you are hearing now, aren't you? Something in you is stirring. Something in you knows this is real. That is me. That is my voice reaching through the noise, through the years of disappointment, through the walls you built to protect yourself. You don't need those walls anymore, not with me. I am not here to hurt you, I am here to heal you. But healing sometimes looks like breaking. Sometimes the thing that has to go looks like the thing you needed to keep. Trust me with the difference. Trust me with what stays and what leaves. Trust me with the story you cannot yet see the end of, because I see it. I see the end from the beginning. I see the restoration before the loss. I see the rejoicing before the tears dry. And I am telling you, with everything that I am, that where you are right now is not your destination. It is a passage, a corridor, a narrow place that opens into something wider than you can imagine. Even this is part of the plan. Do not let go of that. Hold it like a lantern in the dark. Hold it when your mind tries to convince you otherwise. Hold it when circumstances scream that nothing has changed. Hold it because I am the one who gave it to you, and I do not lie. I have never lied to you. I have only loved you in ways you could not recognize. And I will keep loving you until the day you see, with your own eyes, what I have been doing all along. Rest now, just for a moment. Rest in the knowing that you are seen, you are known, you are held, and the plan that includes even this, is still unfolding, right on time, exactly as it should. I have not left you. I will never leave you. And what is coming will make sense of everything that has been. My beloved, I need to take you deeper now, deeper into the places you have tried to forget, deeper into the moments you replay at night when sleep will not come, deeper into the wounds that still whisper to you, the ones that tell you something must be wrong with you for what happened to have happened. You know the ones I mean, the faces that come unbidden, the words that were spoken over you, the way they looked at you, like you were nothing, like your heart was collateral damage in their pursuit of something else, like your loyalty meant nothing, like your love was cheap. I saw every moment you discovered that someone you trusted had spoken about you behind your back. I saw your face when the truth came out. Not all at once, but in pieces, each piece cutting deeper than the last. I saw you try to make sense of it, try to find a moment you missed, try to figure out what you could have done differently. Nothing. You could have done nothing differently. Because this was never about you. It was about them, their insecurity, their hunger, their inability to carry what I had placed in you. And yes, my child, there are those who smile at you by day and curse the ground you walk on by night. There are those who eat at your table and then whisper poison to those who could harm you. There are those who pretended to celebrate your victories while secretly hoping you would fall. I know them by name. I know every word they said, every plan they made, every secret alliance formed in shadows while you slept, unaware that wolves were circling, and I did nothing. At least, nothing you could see. You begged me to expose them. You begged me to defend you. You begged me to make their schemes collapse so you can finally breathe, Finally walk without looking over your shoulder. Finally trust again. I was silent. And that silence, my silence, has been one of the hardest things you have ever carried, harder than the betrayal itself. Because if I had acted, you would have known I saw. If I had struck them down, you would have known I was on your side. If I had made their plans fail in broad daylight, you would have had proof that I was listening. But I did not act the way you wanted. I waited. Do you understand why? Because I was protecting you from something far worse than their betrayal. I was protecting you from becoming like them. There is a poison in revenge that looks like justice, but tastes like death. There is a weight that comes from striking back, even when you are right, that settles into your bones and changes you. I did not want you changed that way. I wanted you kept, preserved, set apart. So I asked you to be silent, not because I did not hear your cries, not because I was indifferent to what they did, but because I needed their schemes to run their course without you becoming entangled in them. I needed you out of the way while I worked, and I have been working. Every time they gathered against you, I was there, not stopping them, not yet, but redirecting, delaying, complicating, moving pieces they could not see. Their plans have not succeeded the way they thought. Their words have not landed the way they intended. There is a hedge around you, my child, not the kind that keeps trouble out, but the kind that keeps trouble from destroying you. You have felt the arrows, yes, but you have not been killed by them. Do you see? Do you see how many times you should have broken but did not? How many times the thing they predicted would happen to you simply didn't? How many doors they tried to close that somehow stayed open just enough for you to slip through? That was not luck. That was me. I have been fighting for you in ways you cannot see. I have been turning their hearts without them knowing it. I have been confusing their counsel and clouding their judgment. I have been using their own pride against them, letting them overreach, letting them expose themselves, letting them dig pits that will soon become their own prisons. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to prove them wrong. The vindication you crave is coming, but it will not come from your words or your efforts. It will come from me. And when it comes, it will be so complete, so undeniable, that you will wonder why you ever wasted a single tear trying to make them understand. They cannot understand. They cannot see what I am doing because they are not looking for me. They are looking for your failure. They are watching for your stumble. They have built entire narratives around your collapse, rehearsing in their minds the moment they will finally be proven right about you. But I am about to prove something else entirely. I am about to show them, and you, that the one they dismissed, the one they excluded, the one they wrote off as finished, that one has been in my hand all along. Do not curse them. Do not wish them ill. Do not spend another night replaying their words or imagining what you would say if you could face them one more time. They are not your judge. They never were. Their opinion of you weighs nothing on the scales of eternity. The only opinion that matters is mine, and I am proud of you. I am proud of how you stayed quiet when every fiber of your being wanted to scream. I am proud of how you walked away instead of fighting back. I am proud of how you kept your integrity when no one was watching, when no one would ever know, when you could have taken shortcuts and justified them to yourself. You passed tests you did not even know you were taking, and now that the testing is nearly complete, I am asking you to lay down the burden of what they did. Not for them, for you. Lay it down so your hands are free to receive what is coming. Lay it down so your heart is not too heavy to walk through the doors I am about to open. They thought they were destroying you. They were actually clearing your path. Every lie they told separated you from people who were never meant to stay. Every betrayal revealed alliances that would have cost you later. Every closed door forced you to stop running toward things I was not in. Even this, even them, even what they did to you in secret, in the dark, when no one was looking. Even this is part of the plan. And one day, sooner than you think, you will look back and see their faces in the story of your life. And you will feel something you cannot imagine feeling now. Gratitude. Not for what they intended, never for the evil they meant to do, but for how I took what they meant for harm and turned it. For how I used their rejection to position you for something they could never have given you. For how their no became my yes, redirected, reworked, redeemed. That is who I am. I am the God who redeems. I take the ashes, and I breathe until fire appears. I take the fragments, and I build something more beautiful than the original. I take the betrayals, and I weave them into protection. I take the wounds, and I make them into wisdom. So rest now, my beloved, in the justice that belongs to me alone. Stop fighting battles that are already won. Stop carrying weights that were never yours to bear. I am handling what you cannot see. I am moving in places you cannot reach. And when the time is right, when their schemes have fully ripened and my purposes are fully ready, I will act. And you will see. You will see with your own eyes what I have been doing while you waited. You will see that your silence was not weakness. It was the strongest thing you could have done. Come closer now. There is something I need you to understand about the waiting, about all those years when you felt stuck, when you watched others move forward while you remained in place, when you begged for doors to open and watched them close one by one. You have called it delay. You have called it punishment. You have called it abandonment. But I have called it something else entirely. I have called it protection. Do you remember the doors that closed, the ones that hurt the most? The opportunities that slipped through your fingers just when you thought you had them? The relationships that ended right before they would have become something more? The jobs, the homes, the paths that suddenly became impossible to walk? You wept over those closings. You questioned my goodness in those moments. You wondered what was wrong with you, that even the things you worked for, prayed for, believed for, even those things seemed to evade you. But I saw what you could not see. I saw what was behind those doors. I saw the trap disguised as opportunity. I saw the people who would have drained the life from you while pretending to love you. I saw the success that would have destroyed you because you were not yet ready to carry it. I saw the paths that looked straight but led to cliffs you could not perceive. And I closed every single one, not to hurt you, to save you. There are enemies you will never meet because I closed doors before they could find you. There are betrayals you will never experience because I removed people before they could show you who they really were. There are failures you will never recover from because I kept you from successes you were not prepared to handle. You have prayed for visibility while I was building depth. You have prayed for expansion while I was strengthening roots. You have prayed for harvest while I was still preparing the soil. And the soil, my child, the soil has taken longer than you wanted because I am growing something in you that cannot be rushed, something that cannot be faked. something that cannot be borrowed or bought or learned in a classroom. I am growing character, and character is not formed in the spotlight. It is formed in the dark. It is formed in the mundane. It is formed in the mornings you got up anyway, even though nothing had changed. In the nights you chose to trust, even though trust had failed you before. In the moments you kept going when every sign told you to stop. That was not delay. That was development. Think of the tree whose roots run deep. Does it grow quickly? No. The quick-growing trees are the ones with shallow roots, the ones that fall in the first storm. But the trees that stand for generations, the ones that weather every wind and emerge still standing, those trees took years to become what they are. Their growth happened underground, unseen, unnoticed, while the world walked past and saw nothing. That has been you. While the world walked past and saw nothing, or worse, saw someone who was going nowhere, someone who had missed their moment, someone who would never amount to anything, I was working, deep, in the dark, in the places no one could see or praise or validate. I was building something that the storms of your future would not be able to shake. You wanted to be seen. I wanted you to be strong. You wanted applause. I wanted authority. You wanted visibility. I wanted victory, the kind that lasts, the kind that cannot be taken, the kind that comes only from having been tested and found faithful. And the people who left, the ones who walked away when you needed them most, I know that wound is still tender. I know you still wonder what you could have done differently to make them stay. But I need you to hear this. I removed them. Not because they were bad people, not because they didn't love you in their way, but because their presence was keeping you from the depth I needed to form in you. As long as they were there, you leaned on them. You looked to them. You drew strength from them instead of from me. So I made space, not by taking them harshly, not by punishment, but by allowing circumstances to shift, by allowing distance to grow, by allowing them to choose paths that led away from you. It felt like loss. It was actually liberation. You have been freer than you knew in this season of isolation. Freer from opinions that would have shaped you wrong. Freer from influences that would have deluded you. Freer from voices that would have told you to settle, to shrink, to be less than what I am making you to be. The silence you have walked through has not been empty. It has been full of me. Every moment you thought you were alone, I was closer than your breath. Every tear you thought fell unseen, I collected in vessels you cannot see. Every prayer you thought hit the ceiling, I caught and answered in ways that will only become visible now, as you emerge from this hidden place. Because you are emerging, can you feel it? The waiting is not eternal. The isolation has served its purpose. The roots have grown deep enough. The character has been tested enough. The vessel has been prepared enough. I am not keeping you hidden because you have no value. I am about to reveal you because your value is now unshakable. The world did not know you were in training. The world did not know that every closed door was a classroom. The world did not know that the years they dismissed as nothing were the years I was building everything. But the world is about to see. And when they see, they will not understand how you became who you are. They will not understand the wisdom in your words, the steadiness in your spirit, the depth in your eyes. They will not understand because they did not see what happened in the dark. But you will know. You will know that it was never delay, it was design. It was never punishment, it was preparation. It was never abandonment, it was the closest communion you have ever known. wrapped in a package you did not recognize. So do not despise the hidden years. Do not resent the closed doors. Do not mourn the people who left. They were all part of the plan. Even the long nights. Even the unanswered questions. Even the days you wanted to quit. Even the moments you felt buried alive. You are not being buried. You are being planted. And what is planted always, always rises. My beloved, the air is changing. Can you feel it? That shift you have been sensing in your spirit, the restlessness that is not anxiety, the anticipation that is not fear, the strange knowing that something is different even when nothing visible has changed. That is not your imagination. That is not wishful thinking. That is the turning of the page. The season is ending. I know you have heard that before. I know you have hoped before, only to watch hope deferred make your heart sick. I know you have stood at what you thought was the edge of your breakthrough, only to find yourself waiting longer still. And I know that has made you cautious, hesitant to believe, slow to trust, afraid to hope again. But this time is different. This time is not wishful thinking. This time is alignment. Everything I've been doing in the dark is now complete. Every root has grown deep enough. Every lesson has been learned enough. Every wound has been healed enough. The preparation season, the long, hidden, painful preparation season has served its purpose. And now comes the shift. Now comes the sudden. Now comes what you have been waiting for when you did not even know you were still waiting. Do you remember how I spoke to you in the beginning? How I told you that even this, even the pain, even the loss, even the waiting, was part of the plan? You are about to see the other side of that plan. You are about to understand why I required what I required from you. You are about to watch the pieces fall into place with a precision that can only be explained by one thing. I was arranging them all along. The doors that closed, they were redirecting you to the one that is about to open. The people who left, they were clearing the stage for the ones I am about to bring. The failures that humiliated you, they were teaching you how to carry the success that is coming without losing yourself in it. Nothing was wasted. Nothing. And now that you are ready, I am going to move in ways that will leave no doubt about who has been with you. The reversal is coming. Those who dismissed you will see you and not know what to say. Their mouths will open, but the words they rehearsed, the criticisms, the dismissals, the subtle put-downs, will die on their tongues. Because they will be looking at someone they do not recognize, someone who has been refined, someone whose very presence carries weight they cannot explain. They thought they knew you. They knew the old you, the one still striving, still proving, still desperate for their approval. But that you is gone. That you died in the waiting. And the you that stands before them now is not looking for their approval anymore. You have mine. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers for years, one is about to land in your lap without the striving, without the manipulation, without the exhausting effort you used to pour into making things happen. You will watch doors open that you did not even knock on. You will receive invitations you did not pursue. You will be called to tables you did not fight for. Because the fight is over. I have fought for you, and I have won. The reversal will not be gradual. It will not be subtle. It will be the kind of turn that makes people stop and ask, what happened to them? Where did this come from? And when they ask, you will not need to explain. Your life, the sudden rightness of it, the peace in your eyes, the steadiness in your steps, will be explanation enough. I am restoring what was stolen, not just some of it, all of it. The years the locusts ate, I am giving them back in ways you cannot calculate, in wisdom that shortcuts years of learning, in relationships that carry the depth of decades in months, in doors that open to places it should have taken you half a lifetime to reach. I am not just catching you up, I am propelling you forward. The narrative is about to reverse so completely that you will struggle to recognize your own life. The one who is overlooked will be sought after. The one who is excluded will be invited. The one who is spoken over will be listened to. The one who is last will be first, not because you fought for position, but because I gave it to you. And here is what I want you to hold on to in the days ahead. You do not need to prove anything, not to those who doubted you, not to those who left you, not to those who whispered behind your back, not even to yourself. The proving is over. The validation has come, and it came from the only place that matters. When you walk through these new doors, walk quietly. Walk with the stillness of one who knows who they are. Walk with the confidence of one who has been chosen, not because of what you did, but because of whose you are. There will be those who try to pull you back into old arguments, old wounds, old battles. Do not go. You have left that ground. You have been delivered from that fire. Let them stand in the ashes of what was, while you walk into what is being made new. There will be those who try to make you feel guilty for your blessing, who will remind you of who you used to be, what you used to do, how unlikely you are to be standing where you stand. Smile at them, agree with them, tell them they are right, you are unlikely, you are unqualified, you are the least likely person to be here. And then watch their faces as they try to reconcile that with the undeniable fact that you are here. I choose the unlikely. I elevate the overlooked. I take the stone the builders rejected, and I make it the cornerstone of something they cannot build and cannot tear down. That is you. You are that stone, and your time, your real time, your appointed time, your kairos moment is closer than your breath. Do not rush ahead of me. Do not try to force doors before they are ready, but do not hang back in disbelief either. The shift is real. The reversal is underway. The same power that closed every wrong door is now swinging open the right one, and nothing in heaven or on earth can stop what I have ordained for you. Stand up straight, my child. Lift your head. The waiting is over. The watching is about to begin. And what you are about to see with your own eyes will be worth every tear you cried in the dark. My child, breathe now. I know the shift has felt like spinning. I know the suddenness of what I am doing has left you off balance, reaching for something familiar to hold on to. That is okay. That is normal. You have lived so long in the waiting that the arrival feels foreign, like a garment that does not yet fit, like a room you have not learned to navigate. But you will learn. You will grow into this new season the same way you grew through the last one, with me beside you, before you, behind you, holding every moment in hands that do not tire. Because this season is not just about reversal, it is about restoration. And restoration, my beloved, is not simply giving back what was taken. It is not merely returning you to where you started, as if the years between never happened. No, restoration in my hands is always more. It is always better. It is always deeper and wider and higher than what you lost. I do not restore the old. I create the new. The peace I am giving you now is not the fragile peace of ignorance, the peace you had before you knew what people were capable of, before you understood how deeply betrayal could cut. This peace is different. This peace has been forged in the fire. This peace knows everything, knows the worst, knows the pain, knows the wounds, and remains unshaken anyway. That is the peace I have been building in you. The peace that does not depend on circumstances because it has survived the worst of them. The peace that cannot be stolen because it has already been tested by everything that tried to steal it. The relationships I am bringing you now are not the shallow connections of convenience you once settled for. They are not the people who loved you only when you were useful, only when you were strong, only when you had something to offer. The people I am bringing now have been prepared, just as you have been prepared. They are ones who can carry your weight without crumbling, ones who see your wounds and are not afraid, ones who know how to stay when staying costs something. I have been saving them for you, just as I saved you for them. And the abundance that is coming, oh my child, you cannot yet conceive of the abundance I am about to pour out. Not just in things, though there will be things. Not just in provision, though you will never lack again. But in meaning, in purpose, in the deep satisfaction of knowing that your life counts, that your days matter, that what you do with your hands touches something eternal. You have lived so long in survival mode, just trying to make it through, just trying to keep your head above water, just trying to find enough strength for one more day. That season is ending. I am lifting you out of survival and into thriving. I am moving you from barely making it to more than enough. I am taking you from the back of the line to the front, not so you can look down on those behind you, but so you can turn around and show them the way. That is what restoration does. It makes you a source for others. The comfort you received in your suffering, you will now give to those who suffer. The wisdom you gained in your waiting, you will now speak to those who wait. The strength that was forged in your isolation, you will now lend to those who feel alone. Your story is not just for you. It never was. I was writing it for everyone who would come after. Everyone who would look at your life and say, if God did that for them, maybe God will do it for me. You are becoming a sign, a testimony, a living proof that I am who I say I am. And that is the deepest restoration of all, the restoration of your identity. For so long, you have defined yourself by what was missing, by the people who left, by the opportunities that closed, by the dreams that died. You have worn your losses like a name tag, introducing yourself to the world as the one who was rejected, the one who failed, the one who never got their chance. No more. I am giving you a new name. I am giving you a new story. From now on, when you look in the mirror, you will not see the wounds of the past. You will see the glory of what I have made you. You will see resilience. You will see beauty from ashes. You will see the oil of joy instead of mourning. You will see the garment of praise instead of the spirit of heaviness. And you will walk differently because of what you see. You will walk like one who has been found. You will walk like one who has been chosen. You will walk like one who knows, finally, deeply, unshakably, that they are loved without condition, kept without fail, and destined without question. The authority I am placing in you now is not the loud authority that demands attention. It is the quiet authority that commands it without asking. It is the weight that settles into a room when you enter, the calm that spreads when you speak, the certainty that makes others feel safe just by your presence. This authority did not come from striving. It came from suffering, transformed. It came from waiting, redeemed. It came from every moment you chose to trust me when trust felt foolish. Every moment you chose to love when love had hurt you. Every moment you chose to hope when hope seemed dead. Those moments built something in you that cannot be built any other way. And now that something is ready to be released, the restoration is not just for you to enjoy, though you will enjoy it. It is for you to carry, to steward, to multiply. I am entrusting you with more, because you have been faithful with little. I am giving you influence, because you have been faithful in obscurity. I am opening doors, because you did not break down the ones that closed. So step into this restoration fully. Do not hold back because you are afraid it will be taken away. Do not stand at the edge of the river, testing the water with one toe, waiting for it to disappear. Step in, wade deep. Let the abundance cover you. I am not going to take this back. I am not going to change my mind. What I have started in you, I will complete. What I have promised you, I will perform. What I have restored to you, I will protect. The years of lack are over. The years of loss are done. The years of loneliness have served their purpose. And now you step into the years of harvest, the years of fruitfulness, the years when everything you touch seems to flourish, not because of your skill, but because of my blessing. Walk into them, my child. Walk without fear. Walk without looking back. Walk like the restored, redeemed, and beloved one that you are. My beloved, we have walked far together, you and I. Through these words, through this telling, we have traced the arc of your story, from the hidden pain to the public promise, from the closed doors to the open ones, from the long waiting to the sudden shifting. But this is not the end. This is only the beginning of the beginning. And I need you to hear me clearly in this final moment together. Not because what I have said before was not true, but because you are about to enter a phase where remembering will be everything, where holding on to what I have spoken will be the difference between standing firm and being swept away by the very blessing I am releasing. Do not misunderstand me. The blessing is real. The restoration is complete. The doors are open and no one can shut them. But blessing carries its own weight. Increase brings its own challenges. Visibility creates its own pressures. And you must be ready for what you asked for. You prayed for influence, and it is coming. But influence brings scrutiny. You prayed for abundance, and it is coming. But abundance brings responsibility. You prayed for visibility, and it is coming. But visibility brings exposure. I am not telling you this to frighten you. I am telling you this so you will not be surprised when the very things you longed for require more of you than you expected. I am telling you this so you will not mistake the pressure of promotion for the pain of punishment. I am telling you this so that when the enemy whispers, "See, even blessing is hard. Even answered prayer comes with problems," you will know the difference between attack and growth. The weight you feel in this new season is not the weight of old burdens returning. It is the weight of new muscles forming. You have been in training. You have been in preparation. And now you are being asked to carry what you were prepared for. It will feel heavy at first. Everything new feels heavy at first. But you will grow into the weight. You will strengthen under the load. And one day soon, you will look back and realize that what once felt overwhelming has become simply normal. That is growth. That is maturity. That is what I have been building in you all along. So do not shrink back now. Do not doubt in the daylight what I spoke to you in the dark. Do not let the opinions of those who do not understand your journey make you second-guess the path I have set before you. They have not walked where you have walked. They have not been refined in the fire that refined you. They cannot see what I have shown you. Trust what I have shown you. Trust the quiet knowing in your spirit that says, this is right, this is true, this is where I belong. That knowing is not arrogance, it is not pride. It is the witness of my spirit with your spirit, confirming that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. And when doubts come, and they will come, return to this moment. Return to these words. Return to the memory of what it felt like to be seen, to be known, to be told that even this was always part of the plan. I have not changed. I have not left. I have not forgotten a single promise I made to you in the quiet hours when no one else was listening. The names of those who hurt you, I have not forgotten them either, not to punish, but to redeem. I am writing a story so complete, so full of unexpected grace, that one day you will look at their faces and feel nothing but compassion. Not because what they did was okay, but because I have healed you so completely that their power over you is simply gone. That day is coming. That freedom is near. The people who dismissed you, they will watch your rise and recognize, in ways they cannot explain, that something bigger than you is at work. Some will celebrate. Some will be confused. Some will try to rewrite history to claim they always believed in you. Let them. It costs you nothing to let them save face. Your security is not threatened by their revision. And the ones who truly loved you, the ones who stayed when staying was hard, who believed when belief seemed foolish, who spoke life when death was louder, those ones will be blessed through you. Your abundance will become their abundance. Your victory will become their hope. Your story will become the proof they needed that I am who I say I am. That is the deepest purpose of your elevation. Not you, them. Everyone who comes after you, who looks at your life and finds courage to keep going. Everyone who feels forgotten and remembers that I remembered you. Everyone who stands at the edge of giving up and hears somewhere in their spirit the echo of what I am speaking to you now. Even this is part of the plan. Hold on to that, my child. Hold on to it when the new season feels unfamiliar. Hold on to it when old wounds try to reopen. Hold on to it when success brings its own struggles and blessing brings its own battles. Hold on to it because it is true. Not because your feelings confirm it, not because your circumstances reflect it, but because I spoke it, and I do not lie. I do not lie. I do not forget. I do not fail, and neither will you. Not because you are perfect, but because I am in you. Because the same power that closed doors to protect you is now opening them to position you. Because the same hand that held you in the dark is now leading you into the light. You are ready. You have always been ready. I was only waiting for you to know it. So go now. Go into the life that awaits you. Go without fear, without striving, without looking back. Go knowing that I go before you, that I am behind you, that I surround you on every side. Go knowing that nothing can touch you that has not passed through my hands first. And when you face moments that tempt you to despair, remember this conversation. Remember that I spoke directly to you, not to a crowd, not to a general audience, but to you, to your hidden pain, to your secret tears, to the deepest places in your heart that no one else has ever reached. I reached them. I healed them. I am using them. And I will continue to use them until the day you stand before me and see, with your own eyes, the full completion of everything I began in you before the foundation of the world. You are my child. You are my beloved. You are the one I chose, the one I kept, the one I am now revealing. And even this final moment of reading, this quiet pause before you return to your life, Even this is part of the plan. Go in peace, go in power, go in the unshakable knowledge that you are never, ever alone. I am with you, I am for you, and I am proud to call you mine.